Hello, Delta Green enjoyers. It's me, Agent Reflux. Wanted to give you a shout out here at the top of the episode to give us a review if you could. Our GPT overlords run the algorithm for podcasts. So if you are loving our stuff, give us a 5-star or whatever you feel like. We're just having a blast here doing this, but we'd love to spread the word. We're also on Insta at Chaos Engine Pod. So yeah, anyways, see you in the episode.
I was able to find out the 2 tattoo shops in town. I passed along the information to the team, but other things were boiling to the surface, it seemed. I was informed by the group that they found a dead body in a place called Lunar Gifts. From there, well, I think Duffy's losing it. He confronted me, accused me of certain things. He seems to be handling whatever's going on here poorly, to say the least. I'm not quite sure what's going on, but I feel like I'm losing him. And I don't blame him. The group is meeting with whoever left this mysterious phone call with them tomorrow. I'm hoping that it will give them some answers they need. Yeah. I hope it helps. I hope it gives them a lead, because right now, it seems like they're floundering pretty bad. Maybe this wasn't the right choice. Maybe I should have let the other team come in here and take care of what they needed to do. Maybe I need to pull them back. Maybe Duffy's right. I don't know. End of recording 8. It's that wonderful time of year where Washingtonians make the transition from complaining about rain to complaining about the heat.
We good for that. Yeah.
One day and it goes from 50 to 80.
Yeah.
Hey, if this was a Facebook post or picture, I would be reporting it for I'm in this picture and I don't like it.
I'll take the rain. If it rained 365 days a year and it was overcast 365 days a year, I'd be
That'd make me happy.
Yeah. Fuck this. Like, I fucking don't want the sun or the heat. I'm not complaining about the rain. I'm only complaining about the heat.
Yeah. You know why I hate heat right now? Because I got a new air conditioner yesterday and destroyed a breaker in my apartment.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Because it's in the 50s, and for some reason, 2 rooms and the outlets all the way apart are on the exact same breaker.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Luckily, it's fixed, but
yeah.
It's crazy how often.
That 45 minutes without air conditioning.
It like snuck up. Like our first big day of sun was like 96. It's like, oh damn, like we're coming in. We're not even like, we're not building up to this. It's not like 70, then 80, then 90, then 100. It's like, no, fuck you, 97. Deal with it, bitch.
And it is like, we are we're right by the sound, but we're far enough. Yeah, we're far enough inland that it's not windy all the time. So like the air is fucking heavy and it's wet, and it's just like fucking gross.
There's been thunderstorms too, like every other night. It's been wild
because it got so cold and so hot that it was just like lightning everywhere the other day.
Yeah, that's how it goes here. But you know what? It's still a pretty dope state.
Yeah, I have AC now. That at this point, it's crazy that that's the problem. Is like the state, like nobody has AC. Right. Nobody's prepared for it.
Yeah.
Fans cut it for a while there. People just have fans.
Now when that 96 comes.
But like when May, June hits, it's like everybody's like, oh shit, that's right, I gotta go buy air conditioning.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the summer's gonna come around. California's gonna set on fire. Canada's gonna set on fire.
Yeah.
Eastern Washington's gonna set on fire, and then we are gonna get all of it, and we're just gonna get smoked.
I mean, we're probably gonna set on fire too.
Yeah, the fire season's coming.
But here in Western Washington, we are okay. There might be a brush fire by the freeway, but
there was a pretty good one here a couple years ago from our house.
Yeah.
I completely
forgot.
I remember texting you and being like, do you need us to come get you, or do you need somewhere to go?
We were like zone 2, I think it was.
You were like that close from having to evacuate.
Yeah, we were like a quarter of a mile.
But that doesn't happen like every year.
No. But that was very much like where it's like I remember being at work, I'm like, I think I'm going to spend the rest of the day at home, because if I got to pack my cats up and stuff, I need to be ready to go.
That was scary, but I was like, you have somewhere to go, and if not, you come here because that's scary stuff.
And eventually, when Mount Rainier blows up and tsunami comes and the earthquake happens, we're all right here.
They made,
when Mount Rainier blows up, I got no more problems because I'll be dead. It's just going to speed right through the Auburn Valley and cover me.
I'm good.
You are in the Lahar zone, right?
Yeah, I am. 100%.
Yeah. Also, shout out to the band Lahar.
They're pretty good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, last session, you guys had a little bit of a tough time with things. Let's just put it that way. Saw some creepy, spoopy things. Found a dead body.
Yeah.
Good app.
I got wacky.
Again, yeah. Whoopsies.
Just another Tuesday.
You guys returned. Jim Duffy had a little bit of a breakdown, waving a gun at people.
Yeah.
Which is rightfully so.
I resent that. He did not wave a gun at anybody. He held it in his hand.
For safety reasons.
For safety, because Agnes is scary.
Everybody but Strauss is hallucinating rabbits.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
Yeah.
That is fucking really cool and really crazy that all of us are like, this is happening, and Strauss is like, you're all fucking nuts.
Was Strauss the one that saw the Nyarlathotep at the bar? Or was it
no,
Duffy?
I saw...
He saw something else.
I saw Agent Rutzak. The mirror saw him instead of me.
Ooh.
Yes.
And I can, I'm not playing your character. I don't want to play your character, but I feel like you could easily chalk that up as PTSD for the shit that you saw.
That is exactly what his going through his head, because he doesn't see that the whole thing I took at the end of the last mission was amnesia. So he just doesn't really remember.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
It's just easy cop out, man.
Yeah, no, it is, but I think it's great.
All right, and so you guys have a date, 10 a.m. date.
Yeah, I don't remember.
With a mysterious voice.
Did we talk about it on the podcast or afterwards? So they wanted Agnes one-on-one alone.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not going to let that happen, right?
Yes, I believe that was discussed that you guys were
on the pod. Or it was on the recording.
Yeah.
And so...
I don't remember how we were going to make sure that didn't happen.
Well, let's discuss that. So it is the morning of August 30th, 2019, which I believe is a Friday, if I remember my dates correct. This is the first day of the Ellensburg Rodeo.
Woo!
They are. Everybody's getting there. Tomorrow's the pancake breakfast and everything. And then Sunday, there's also... tomorrow is Saturday would be Patriot Night. Tonight there's a local band that's going to be playing. We'll call them Jimmy and the American Flags. And then on Sunday night, there will be the coronation of the rodeo queen. And then Rarius Ducker is going to play.
And the genocide when they all sacrifice them for a Nyarlathotep and consecrate the grounds.
When
the coronation, a.k.a. the what is it, Christening of the consecration of Ellensburg.
Yeah. And so, I think that is kind of a good... just to recap a couple things. You guys found out that there was Robbers Tattoos and Ink Society were the name of the tattoo shops in case you wanted to go look into those today. Jake, you got a re-roll for your amazing role-playing last session, so I want you to remember that.
Thank you. Okay.
And let's jump into this. So, you guys are sitting there. Let's say you all wake up Friday morning, hours before you're supposed to be there. What do you guys talk about in preparation for this meeting? How does this go? Are you going to keep West informed, or are you going to kind of just meet in your one room and talk? What's this look like?
Is Agnes getting some sort of bug from acid reflux?
Yeah, that's what my first.
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm involved. Like I'm on board. I mean, I'm not exactly thrilled that we're meeting, but then again, once again, my curiosity is going to get me there. And I'm like, all right, like we have to be there. Like it's a good idea, I guess. It's a bad idea, but like it's a good idea. So I'll bug you up.
Yeah. I'm going to say now, and this might be a bad idea, but I did look it up just in case. Agnes is not going to take a firearm with her because if she is out in public and the sheriff finds her, he cannot detain her without cause.
Oh, that's smart thing.
Boom, 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 boom.
But he wouldn't.
It's a shame that you just littered. Bummer.
Yeah, exactly. Create cause out of nothing.
That too. But he wouldn't have cause if. I mean, you're legally allowed to carry a gun.
You are legally, but I was reading that, like, if he sensed that I was, like, some sort of nuisance or a threat to the public of some kind, then he could detain me. But if I didn't have any
We just don't want him to
threats.
recognize her.
Fuck him. Fuck that. We can't just send you into this meeting with witches and you're like, well, if the cop shows up, I don't want him to get me.
I feel like
can't
Chris
worry
is
about
saving
him.
this guy for the, like, some sort of... he's saving the sheriff.
Well, so if we're all sitting around, you're getting bugged out. Strauss would be like, well, actually, Chris, question. I don't remember in downtown Ellensburg, there are like benches and shit on the street.
Yeah. They don't hate homeless people that much.
Yeah,
there.
I know, right?
They just ship them out.
Yet.
Is there maybe one that I could sit at outside Java Blast and be able to see inside?
I think
so. That's
right outside, there's a bench kind of on the walkway.
And I'm thinking, I mean, even if there's one across the street, maybe
there would probably be one across the street. Is the post office? So I'd assume there'd be one outside the post office.
Because my thought is like Strauss would be saying like, okay, I'll go in before you. I'll get a coffee, and I'll go stay across the street, and I'll just watch through there.
Oh, you do
If
care.
anybody
With binoculars?
suspicious- Well, no, I mean I'm just gonna sit there sipping my coffee,
Yeah.
and just kind of. I mean, it's a coffee shop, glass windows big enough to pretty much see everybody in there, even if it's not a lot of detail, but enough that like keep an eye. If a group of people start coming down the street, I see them.
So you guys would remember that Java Blast? There's two big windows, and think of it kind of like there's two big windows and the doors in the middle of it.
Yeah.
And then the side if you're looking at it, the right side faces the alleyway, and there's a couple windows there.
And then that alleyway there was a silhouette.
Yes.
I don't remember
That was
who's.
Reflux.
That's
So-
mine,
okay.
yeah.
So I think we should, because my main thing is they want to meet at Java Blast for a reason. I think
Public, so you probably can't do anything to them, I'm guessing.
Well, I'm just so paranoid that I think all of these places are connected. All of the businesses, I think they have people working inside Java Blast that will be able to keep an eye on the situation for them. They already know we are here. They said it on the phone call. They already know Agnes is going to be finding that dead body via their familiar, so they already have a very, very good handle on the situation. I think we need to make our presence known, in that you can tell us not to show up, but fuck you, you can shoot me or you can kill me in public, but I'm gonna fucking be there. I think we should have one person in front, one person in back. I think we should have Reflux or someone in a van listening to the wiretap.
Do you want to be in the back?
I'm down. I'll be in the back, in the front, or in the coffee shop.
Yeah. I mean, Reflux was planning drone cam.
Oh, nice.
Just kind of checking out the area, and you can get in there.
I don't see any reason why we all can't have a little earpiece
That's what
to
I was
hear.
too. Yeah.
And I mean,
monitor.
if it's the first day of the rodeo, there's going to be a lot of outside presence. I'll just put on a big coat and a cowboy hat and sit across the way. It's just look like some dude here for the rodeo.
Yep.
So we smash cut to 45 minutes of Trout trying on different hats, walking out. You guys just no.
You guys like this one?
Yeah.
Should have go with black.
Treat yourself.
It's like a 10-gallon, with a camera, right in the center.
Also, I'm second guessing the firearm thing because I've noticed in the past that Chris makes witty quips when I'm trying to get onto something, and it's going absolutely nowhere, and he kind of makes a little joke about it, and I'm like, well, well, I don't think that was a good idea. You do.
Okay.
You do. You tip your hand.
Oh, probably.
So I'm like, that was absolutely.
Agnes doesn't know that.
I know Agnes doesn't know. That was a waste of 20 minutes
calls
Googling.
Agnes is walking there and she stops.
Yeah, she's like, wait a second.
I should get a gun.
Did someone make a witty quip?
A whisper from God
Yeah,
stops
exactly.
her.
Yeah. For no reason, she turns around and gets her gun.
What kind of gun you bringing? How are you going to disguise it?
One with bullets.
Well,
A bullet gun.
it's going to be one of the 9mm.
Is
I think
it
a smaller one, right?
like a small
an
one.
ankle one.
are you gonna have it on your waist? You're gonna have it like a shoulder
This is how I
holster?
picture Agnes going. So she's probably getting bugged by acid reflux with the wire, but she's gonna be wearing the most incognito thing for a rodeo anyway. So she has baseball hat tucked under, so it's over her eyes, a ponytail hanging out the back because her hair grew. She hasn't cut it in 2 years. Yeah, relatable. And then Inside joke, I haven't cut my hair in 5 years because my hairdresser moved and I haven't bothered to get anyone else. So now it's just super long and gets in the way.
Just cut yourself.
And then probably just like, simple pair of jeans, tennis shoes, just like really, maybe a sweatshirt. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, just so she's going to probably have it like in her, like a belt holster of some kind. Small, super small gun.
Okay, like a 2-shotter?
I did not know there were, I thought that was a shotgun.
No, they're like little small pistols that have like 2 bullets in them.
Well, let's do that.
Little cricket.
I don't know anything about guns, but again,
I just know how many bullets you're going to have in case shit goes down.
Oh, okay, let's just do 6, because I'm used to 6.
So you got a revolver. Gotcha.
Sure, and then, Agnes is a weapon by herself.
Yeah. Little snub-nose revolver.
I think that's 8, so.
Yeah, snub-nose, okay.
I got nothing. Agnes is also, a weapon by herself with her fists.
Ooh,
so she's not unarmed at all. Anyway, yeah. Anyway, that's where I end it. That's what I say.
All right, so you have a gun of sorts on you, on your waist.
Because of your witty quip, yes.
Okay. Okay, cool.
Strauss and I have been packing
Yes.
since that episode where he gave me.
Yes.
Yeah, so, which, he has an internal moment where Strauss is watching you trying to figure out where you're going to put it. And he's like, I do have an extra holster for it. I don't trust her. Just like internally, like, nah.
Because, to be honest, I'm going here for this meeting more so to keep an eye on Agnes and the fucking what you say,
No. Because Agnes is all like, you guys care. You really care.
Just
here on a mission.
Yep,
right.
yep.
You're the mission now.
Yep.
That's literally what is kind of Strauss's head, like checking boxes. Like,
No,
okay, now there's a coven. I need to keep an eye on Agnes.
I am fully prepared to die this episode.
I need to do a sleep check.
Oh, yeah, you do.
Something we've been neglecting.
Yes. That's a sanity? No.
I think, it's a sanity roll.
Yeah.
You failed all the others, so.
Yeah. Well, one day I just forewent it.
Yeah, get good.
That's right. You stayed up doing fantasy editing podcast.
Yep.
Yeah. Weren't you reading the journal?
He did that one night, too, yeah.
Okay.
Pass. 25 under 45.
All right, perfect. You do not have night terrors. You were able to sleep through the night.
But the shotgun that we found in the green box is up by the door. It's actually right by my bed.
There you go.
Aw.
Yeah.
2-shooter.
Facing.
Yeah,
facing
my little 2-shooter.
I mean, there's some, you can usually load a couple slugs into
But
some.
you know what we need.
I don't know guns. Boom, pew, pew.
I mean, there's shotguns that you can load slugs into.
Pew.
There are the ones that you can break that you put the 2 in.
Yeah, like Army of Darkness.
Yeah, exactly.
The tingo skrat.
Ping, 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 boom, bop.
Yeah, you knew what I was
Have
talking
not
about.
thought about that
Did you
in a long
guys see
time.
that story out of Texas where like the lady went to a gun range to test out an MP5? And
No.
she was planning on stealing the gun, and she used her dead sister's ID to like try to get so that because she was a convicted felon, so she couldn't have access to guns.
Oh, my
so
God.
she used her dead sister's ID so that she could get this gun, and then was gonna like walk out with it.
I don't know, man. I don't really think we should have cared that much. I think you should just be able to walk in and walk out. You don't really need that level of documentation. Why should you even have to use your dead sister's
yeah.
ID? I mean,
Like, especially in Texas.
she seems stable enough to own a gun.
Yeah.
That's just how
Right,
it's
guys?
supposed to
Right?
be.
Like an
This
MP5.
is
I was
America,
like,
right?
holy shit! Like
This is
you could just
America,
test fire an MP5. Like,
I mean,
SWAT.
I'm probably going to be doing that this coming up weekend at my brother's bachelor party.
Yeah.
Vegas has shooting ranges,
Yeah.
and that's going to be fun.
Are you going to steal it using your dead brother's ID?
Well, he's going to be alive at the time, but we'll see how the gun testing goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys bug up Agnes. Get your guns ready. We have that montage of guns clicking, going into holsters. Are you really going to bring a drone and fly it around?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
I'd like to surveil. You know, I can zoom in a little bit. I've seen they're getting pretty sophisticated these days.
It totally seems like something I would see at a big citywide event.
Yeah.
Like
Some
an
drones flying
event or like the PR
Yeah, this is
fair.
what,
Sure, yeah.
2019?
2019.
Yeah, I mean, there were good enough drones there that, like, I think if I was at the first day in downtown Ellensburg at a rodeo and I saw a drone, like, 100 feet up, I wouldn't think, oh, this is some weirdo surveillance.
Yeah.
It'd be like, oh,
Wouldn't think twice.
The news is getting B-roll footage.
Yeah.
Right, exactly. Or yeah. So, cool. So we see you all arrive to the crowded streets of Ellensburg. The entire town is buzzing with excitement. There's a sense of Americana that you rarely find outside of small towns. Like everyone's just fucking jacked to be here on this great whatever, what's this, Memorial Day weekend, Labor Day weekend? Labor Day weekend.
Is it Labor Day weekend?
Yeah.
Joe Biden, would he be president then?
No, he's getting elected, though.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
he's
Well,
on his way in.
he's on the run-up. He's campaigning.
Right, so it's still Trump country.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we're 4 years later and it's Trump country.
I know, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So Java Blast, you guys remember, sits on East 3rd Avenue across from the post office. Obviously, parking is a nightmare in this area. Everybody is downtown, getting ready to go. But you guys are able to I would say you could probably find parking a block away, either
We're lucky for the
like
sake of
East
podcast
2nd Avenue.
expediency.
So, like, there's a kind of over East 2nd Avenue, and then East 1st Avenue is more residential area, but you can probably find a parking spot along there. Unless there's somebody further away that you guys want to go. I don't know how far away you guys want to park.
I want to be as close as possible in my van, so I definitely, even if I have to park illegally, I'll do it.
Oh, you guys can find parking.
Nice.
But as you approach the coffee shop, the streets are a sea of denim jeans and cowboy hats.
Yeehaw.
Everybody is just men wearing flannel, women wearing jean jackets.
Describe the belt
blouses.
buckles.
Oh, the belt buckles. There's a
Describe
lot of Pendleton ones.
Oh.
The whiskey
Lot of,
company, not the people who make clothing, which I think they're different companies. I don't know.
I don't know.
I just learned all this. There's
Every
big
now
old
and then
steer
there's
ones.
There's a MAGA belt.
Yes,
Is it really? Well,
probably not.
there you
I
go.
wouldn't doubt it.
Some of those are there.
Yeah, you definitely see
I've
some red
100%
hats.
seen MAGA belt buckles.
Yeah, yeah, you see people in Trump 2020
There's
shirts.
a guy holding a flagpole with 6 flags on it.
Yeah, blue lies, red lie, Blair, blue lives matter will be on there.
Yeah. Yep.
Trump 2020.
Yeah. Don't tread on me.
Oh yeah, don't tread on me. I'm gonna roll to see if there's a QAnon one. Yeah, there's a QAnon one. There's a JFK Jr. Trump 2020 flag.
Definitely winks at those guys.
Yeah.
I only know those
Where we
exist
going?
because there is a house around the corner from Amber's parents' house who have that. They have a QAnon flag and they have a JFK
Nice.
Jr. Trump 2020 flag.
Fuck yeah.
Do you
And
actually
they
have a dog
still
whistle?
fly it.
Of all the conspiracy theories that I
That's
want
what
to
he
be
thinks it
true,
is.
I want that one to be true.
Oh, me too.
That would be the wildest twist in American history.
Right. That
But-
somehow John F. Kennedy was the king of America and
like
that he
his-
can come back and anoint Trump. Like,
Well,
what
and
the
his son,
fuck?
JFK Jr., is the one who's going to come
Yeah,
back. Like
it's so wild.
Dude.
How is that? Like, I don't. Yeah. Like that, like because QAnon took over Canada too.
Oh, really?
Have you seen that
Oh,
video?
no, yeah, I have seen the lady.
Where the lady, it's like a lady,
Queen thing?
there's a lady who claims she's the queen of England, of Canada, and this guy's showing up to cut this lady's power bill off, and she's like, "No, the queen of Canada said I didn't have to pay this," and blah 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 blah. And I'm
Yeah.
like, "Ma'am, I don't know what you're talking about. You haven't paid your bill." She's like, "I don't have to pay my bill."
It's a royal decree. Yeah. It's a royal decree that her power gets turned back on.
I don't know what to tell you when you're being catfished. It's someone fucking with you. I gotta go. Bye.
So there is a A-frame sign that sits outside on the sidewalk outside of Java Blast that says, "Welcome, cowpokes. Stop on in for a rodeo special before heading to the fairgrounds." So you know the fairgrounds is basically like due east of here, like 5 or 7, 10 blocks.
I mean, but still, people are going to walk there. So.
Yeah, absolutely. I
just want to make sure, like, I do want to go in before.
Sure.
Like 15, 20 minutes before we expect Agnes. Maybe even longer, depending how early we get in town. Get my coffee and then be sitting.
Yeah, I'm going to say you guys, like, you have time.
Okay.
I'm not going to, nickel and dime you for, like, no, you guys wouldn't get there because of traffic till 9:50.
Do you want to cover the front and I'll cover the back?
Yeah, I mean, I seriously expect to, like,
Smoke out back or
just
something?
be across the street in a bench, just
Cool.
keeping an eye.
What's up?
The whole thing is I just want to be able to see if, like, some guy has, like, a gun in Agnes's ribs and is, like, guiding her out.
There
You know
are
what I mean?
windows on the side of the alley that you could look in.
Well, yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, have someone in front and
Yeah.
back, so if, like,
Yeah,
if
that's
you're
kinda
leaving
what
with
I'm
anybody,
thinking.
we can, like, intercept.
Somebody suspicious
And I
looks
think-
like they're walking.
Yeah.
Right, I think you
walkie-talkies.
guys-
We have
I think you guys had earpieces, right? Was the plan?
Yeah.
Nextel chirps.
Or are we going to be doing the straight up, like, Fast and Furious where you all have walkie-talkies?
Yeah. Like,
no,
just
earpieces,
some way for
earpieces.
all of us to communicate with
Yeah.
each other.
Okay.
Yes.
One of those ones that's like in your sleeve, so you can kind of like look like you're scratching your face and talk.
Sure, I'm cool with it. So as you enter into the coffee shop there, Strauss, you're going in ahead of everybody. It is fairly busy inside. There are folks grabbing their coffee before they head down to the rodeo. And Yeah, you walk into the counter, you get your coffee. And
Ice cold brew.
Ice cold brew. They got it. You don't want to try the, you want the rodeo special?
No thanks, man.
Okay. I think everybody in here is
my job in the morning.
Everybody in here, they got cowboy hats on. The ladies have denim jackets with like frills on them. Everybody looks like they're like from Nashville. Like this is some like country. Like everyone's cowboy boots, skirts down to like probably just below their knees. Because anything higher than that is
they're asking for it.
Exactly.
It's their fault.
Yep, it's 100%.
I'm being facetious for anyone who thinks that I'm actually telling what
Exactly.
I think is
Yes.
truth.
No one deserves to be raped, and no one is asking to be raped. So, shouldn't have to say that, but here we are.
Don't fucking rape people. How about that?
All right, so I get my coffee and I go sit across the street.
Sure. So we see Strauss leave, head across, find a seat on a bench. Do you grab like a newspaper or anything to make it look like a little bit more, or are you just going to like make it look like you're people watching?
I would think that the Java Blast might have like a program for the rodeo or something.
Yeah, I think they got that. They got the Ellensburg.
I'm looking for something like that,
Gazette or whatever,
or like
recorder.
a paper while I'm waiting for my coffee, and I'll take it with me.
Okay,
maybe it's open on my lap.
Sure,
kind of look like I'm people watching and flipping through.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think the pamphlet itself is like this. Kind of looks like a Louis L'Amour cover. I think I showed it to you guys.
You
like
did,
a guy,
yeah.
like an old Western guy on a rodeo bull. And so we see Strauss cross the street, find a seat. Duffy comes up down the aisle or the alleyway, parks himself on the wall. Are you parking the wall close to the shadow person, or are you like further down?
For me parking?
No, like parking yourself, like standing.
Oh, parking myself. That makes sense. Gotcha. I was like wherever their back door is.
Okay.
I was gonna stand adjacent against the wall, smoking a cigarette, waiting for a body to walk out.
Perfect.
Just like somebody who's like, oh, I want to smoke, but not in the crowd of people.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think there are people passing through this alleyway too.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not like people who know where they're going. I mean, alleyways there aren't as sketchy as like Seattle or something like that. So,
and I feel like it'd be wide. It'd be just like
you could drive a whole car through.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay, cool. And so then Reflux. Are you staying at the car? Where are you flying this drone from?
Yeah.
You're about a block. We'll say you're a block over where you guys parked. So are you chilling in the? I don't think you want to be sitting in the car because it's going to be probably in the 90s today.
Oh dang.
So I'd say either you're out and about, standing, letting it go. What is your game plan there?
No, I think I might just be just sweating it, hot yoga in the van.
Okay.
You know?
Like Jim Carrey in Ace Ventura.
Yeah, exactly. It's the rhino.
Hot in these rhinos.
Just like coming out of the butthole.
Exactly. I might have like 3 fans going, blowing at me.
Okay.
But I think I'm in there.
All right, so Reflex is sweating, hotboxing himself.
Yeah.
And we see Agnes get out.
Because he cares.
And I'm paranoid as shit.
Well, he's pasty. He doesn't want to get burned.
Yeah,
he's going to burn easy.
The sun is a deadly laser.
He's not wrong.
So we see Agnes get out of the car. Maybe we do the Quentin Tarantino follow her footsteps.
Or
barefoot walking through Ellensburg.
We could Wes Anderson it too and have like text on the screen.
Oh, there we
Nice.
go.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so we see her arrive outside of Java Blast. We'll say it's 9. Do you think you drive early, on time, or late?
Agnes would open up the door and walk in exactly as the Earth clock turns 10.
Okay, so we
She
see
is
the
punctual.
door open. You step inside. Again, it's like I told Strauss, it is busy in here. There are folks getting coffee. A lot of cowboy hats.
Just a sea.
So many. No, there's no reason to have this many cowboy hats in one area. Like it's just. It should be a fire hazard at this point.
This coffee shop ain't big enough for all these cowboys.
It's true. And you say that, but I mean, she's got a gun. It can happen.
It can happen any fucking day.
How if I just like shouted out Chad in this establishment, how many people would turn their head and look at me?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's see.
Oh shit!
He's gonna roll for it.
So we here.
Yeah.
3.
Nice.
Nice. At least 3 Chads. Damn, that's a lot. So you stand out by not having a cowboy hat, probably.
Right. So you look out of place.
You're like, whoa.
This witch comes up to you and is like, "Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
You called for me? Were you meeting with me and my rabbit today?"
So you stand out like a sore thumb in here.
With my baseball hat.
Your baseball hat and a hoodie in
Yeah.
the 80 to 90 degree weather.
I didn't know it was
the
like
sheriff
80.
doesn't notice me.
Yeah.
I mean, it
could just be a flannel
Eastern
shirt.
Washington, and like we just talked about how hot it is.
Also, it's a very stressful situation.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you're probably frazzled.
Yeah.
That's fine. But
Yeah. I totally forgot when I said sweatshirt that it was like in the middle of summer. So, I mean, it could just be a flannel. I don't care. It's some sort of
it
shirt
could
to
be
cover up.
we could say it's a zip up too.
A zip up. Yeah, that's fine.
Zip up hoodie's fine.
She's not a fashionable person and keeps up with fashion, so she wouldn't know what the young folk in her day and age are wearing.
Cowboy hats, apparently.
But apparently it's
Over here
cowboy
it is.
hats. She should have worn
Toby
a
Keith's
skirt.
cowboy hats.
Oh, Toby Keith. Oh, yeah.
Because they're real American, made in China.
Yeah. She should be listening to Kelly Clarkson and shit like that.
Oh, that's way before this.
Is it?
2019. That would have been because that's when like Taylor Swift even went pop.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know country music very well, but what's pop?
Something about my ex-boyfriend cheating on me.
Yeah, exactly. Pickup trucks, breaking windows.
Long neck, ice cold beer never broke my heart.
So remind me, the meeting is in the job blast?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes. So, Agnes, you scan the coffee shop looking for whoever called you. And you lock eyes with a familiar face. And as you walk in, they kind of look at you and wave. And it is Marissa Crest.
Marissa.
Wait, we met her out back at Crest Furniture, didn't we? Is that the
Yes.
old lady?
That was the lady that took a picture of Agnes
Yeah.
in front of her silhouette
also- So is
she-
as Willow Stratosphere.
And we suspect it's part of the
Bad
cult
coven.
of local entrepreneurs.
And
Yeah, we fucking saw.
the local chamber of commerce.
They're a book club.
Yeah, exactly.
we saw
right.
her at the rodeo setup, too.
Yes, you met her.
With Duffy.
We
Papa.
also-
Yeah, with Zandy.
with Zandy Clamsford. Yep.
So we also followed Sharon from the bar to Crest Furniture.
Yeah, she was going to her
Right.
her book club.
Sharon, owner of the pub, yeah.
Yes, the Brew
Yeah.
Pub. Do you go sit down with her?
This could be a coincidence. You could just recognize her as Willow.
Yeah, is she sitting down at like a booth or
Yeah,
a table?
she's got like a table.
Is there anyone else in the establishment that's like looking like they're waiting for somebody?
Nope.
Well, then yeah, she sits down.
Okay. And you sit down across from her, and she's like, "Do you want to get a coffee or anything? You need one?"
You know what? Yeah. She's gonna go grab a iced tea
Okay.
for the caffeine. She's not a coffee drinker.
Gotcha. So you get your iced tea, you come sit back down, and she lets out a big sigh. She's like, "So you want to meet up? What do you want to talk about?"
Well, I believe, were you the one that left the letter?
Letter? She's like, "You called me last night and said you wanted to meet here. Is that not..."
What?
And she pulls out her phone. She's like, "Isn't your phone number?" And she reads you back the phone number that called you last night. She's like, "Is this not your number? I got a call from this number last night saying that you wanted to meet to talk about something today."
Okay. So Agnes is gonna take out her phone
Okay.
and then show her that that particular phone number does not belong to her, but to an individual named Asari, who was a previous resident of the city.
Can I make just a quick interjection?
Sure.
As soon as, because we are all hearing this.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
So as soon as it says you called me from this number, and she says, hey, you call me from this number, it's registered to Zmilla. Strauss just immediately spits out his coffee, gets up, and can I see the alleyway if I go down the street a little bit? Is that the angle of the alleyway? Or do I need to go around the building?
You would need to walk up a little bit. We'll say that the bench. So if you're sitting across the street, you'd have to walk up a little bit to see the alleyway.
Well, I'm just making sure I would need to go to the opposite
You'd
side.
have to go. You have to go east, essentially.
Okay.
Like
I'm
you're to the left of it. You'd have to walk to the right side of the building.
What I'm getting at is I'm getting up, I'm walking, looking the alleyway, and I'm trying to lock eyes with Duffy.
Yeah. You'd probably just say my name or something, right?
Well, I mean, are we mic'd up together?
Yeah, everyone should be mic'd up, but we're not saying anything.
That's kind of.
I don't think you guys are probably switch channel 2.
Yeah.
I would just probably be so locked in on the conversation that I wouldn't look over. But if you come up and get my attention,
I'd be waving and trying to.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry to interrupt the conversation, but I mean, there he gets up, and I guess
that should be something that would be interrupted.
Yeah. Well, if you're not paying attention, then we'll let this go on, and then
sure,
he's going to make his way to you, but this is going to take some time.
Sure,
perfect. Now the front is wide open.
Yeah.
And we see there's a buzz. So are you gonna? I wanted to ask: are you going to fly the drone low enough to look into the windows?
Not that.
Or are you
low.
going to keep it high?
I'm not looking inside, but it's low enough where I'm ready to or I'm looking for people's faces. I'm looking for people that are suspicious. I'm looking for police cars and stuff.
Okay, gotcha. Just want to make sure I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't quite sure if you were gonna bring it down the aisle.
It's what is that drone looking like?
Okay, so we cut back inside. We see she's kind of looking at you. She's like. I don't know what to tell you, Agnes. I don't know.
Wait, what?
What?
Did she actually say Agnes?
She does say Agnes. And she kind of looks at you. She's like, I know who you are. We'll just get that pretense out of the way. Willow was a pretty good name. I'll give you that. But
I know.
She's like, you and your friends are in danger. I think whoever gave us this call wants to get us in the same place. I don't know why, though.
Okay. So I do have a few questions. I'm assuming you have some answers. I'm not sure of your position in this entire situation.
And she's just kind of looks at you. She's like, probably best that you don't know all of it.
Okay. Do you know... I mean... Do you know about the letter? Do you just not know anything about the letter?
It's like, I don't know what letter you're talking about.
Okay. What faction are you associated with?
She's like, kind of thinks about it. She's like, I wouldn't call us a faction. She's like, I have a couple close friends that, we believe in alternative methods to, I guess, religion in a way. Some might call us witches or whatnot, but we try to do little things here and there to help the town stay in good graces and be a good place.
Take control of rabbits.
She's like, there are some of us who have that ability to have familiars, yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's enough time for Strauss to make it across the street. First, though, now I just want to make sure that's right. So the letter had a phone number.
Yes.
And we called that number. That's the same number that called Marissa.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this time I reach Duffy and shake his shoulder if he's not looking at me yet. Hey, okay, I don't know what's going on. We need to get her out of there right now.
Yeah, we gotta go in and talk to this Marissa bitch right now.
No, we just need to get Agnes out. Something about this doesn't feel right. I don't know what it is, but this is the same thing as the house calling us.
You strapped up?
Yeah, I mean, seriously, I'm trying to think the quickest way to get her out without just walking in and interrupting their conversation, looking super suspicious.
Fuck that! I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna open up the back door. Let's just go get her.
I just imagine you both just pulling out your guns and just clicking them locked and loaded.
Or, I mean, I'm seriously thinking just in the alleyway, just fire a couple shots in the air and let the crowd panic.
That's actually a good idea. I do.
We're coming for you.
That just feels that's a little too extreme. But Strauss he immedially wants to
the crowd doesn't react.
I don't care about this conversation.
They all pull out their guns.
Yeah. Oh, we're doing the rodeo fire off sweep.
I can't wait for the pancake breakfast.
This is so American. It's not even that far from what could happen too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's not at a school, so that would make it more American, but
No, too real.
Too real.
Well, then, I mean, do you want to go in front, or I want me to? We're just going to go grab her.
I thought we were gonna both go kidnap her.
Oh, I don't want to make that kind of a scene. I just need to get her out of there.
So what scene are we trying to prevent? I would much rather. Okay, so
I mean, you could just tell her over the intercoms, get out of there.
Duffy's just so torn because he doesn't trust Agnes at all. But this situation, he's like, I don't want her in harm's way. I don't think she is doing anything to purposefully harm us. I think if bold, underlined if she is involved, it's by accident. It's because she has the journal and she read it and she's in too deep. But I don't want her to be involved with this Marissa lady any longer than she needs to be.
Okay, good point. If we actually are mic'd up, and you don't want to get in there and...
I do want to get in there and snatch her.
Okay. Well, see, I'm just trying to think of the best way to do this without causing a massive scene.
Because if we walk in through is it a busy coffee shop? Is it like there's only a couple people?
No, it's busy. People are getting their coffee.
If we walk in through the back, like walk in through any sort of kitchen, people are like, hey, what are you doing? Get out of here. And we walk up to where their table is at, and we stand there and we're like, hey, Agnes, come on, you're coming with us. And then we walk out, you're not going to... What are they going to do? Be like, you came in our kitchen.
Yeah. I just think... I say this over the comms. I'm like, we need answers... we need to talk to her about the note. And did she control the rabbits?
I have a list of questions.
What do you know about Melissa back?
Yeah, what do you know about Melissa? Yeah.
So we cut back inside as you guys are having this conversation. So what do you guys say? Do you guys say anything? So you say that into the ear of Agnes. What do you guys say anything, or you guys are just getting ready to?
Yeah, he said that thing about.
If we're arguing over the I would think we would actually argue over how to get her out of there.
Yeah.
Because I'm even down to go just sit at the table and have this conversation all together.
Oh yeah.
So that way Agnes is safe and Marissa knows that
that you're not my papa.
Yeah, she already sounds like she already knows, but yeah, because Duffy's fucking so crazy. He's like, Marissa, I will shoot you here in public. I don't care. I don't care.
I'll just be like, okay, we're not going in the back. You go in the front. Ask her what she knows about Melissa.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's gonna heave his arms and waddle up to the front.
And I'm gonna stay along the front street, but I'm not gonna go across the street.
Okay.
Stay up.
You're gonna stay at the bench out front.
Yeah.
Okay, that works.
We're leaving the front open. We're leaving the back open.
Yep.
Shit, maybe I'll stand at the corner of the alleyway so I can watch the front of the perfects of the alleyway.
Perfect. There you go.
Yeah.
All right. So while Duffy's making his way up, I'll let you get one question in before Duffy approaches.
I'm going to ask her if she knows anything about the 2 college students that were murdered in the apartment and if it has anything to do with the bad cult.
Okay. And she kind of looks at you. She's like, yeah, I think it does. I think whatever you guys saw at the house, right? You were part of that group that did something at the house. That's why you're back here.
The 2 years ago,
I'm assuming that's why your shadow stuff appeared. I honestly think the reason why they're on the buildings are a taunt to us. I don't. That's the other way I can explain it. Why they're specifically the buildings they are. Considering that we've had run-ins with these before and usually able to keep it at bay. We've done our best to keep people out of the house and whatnot, but obviously that kind of blew up, literally and figuratively. But she's like, yeah, I think it does. I think whatever else is here, whatever other group is here doing this, they're planning something this weekend. I think that was kind of their showboating in a sense. Taunting, if that makes between those two things, it feels like they're taunting us. I think that's why they have us here, like I said.
All right.
And then we see coming in through the door is Zandy Clamford.
Sure, yeah, he'll still be Zandy Clamsford.
He sits down.
Big Papa Zandy.
I guess real quick, knowing that she knows you're not Willow Stratosphere, should I try to keep this persona up?
No.
How insane is Duffy?
So Duffy walks in.
He's got a whole new name.
Wait. Boop. Sorry, I have to go to the bathroom.
Okay, cool.
Sorry.
It's okay. I kind of need to pee when you're done too. So, yeah.
Testing. Okay, make sure.
Testes.
We had Zandy came in. So
yeah. So Zandy comes in. He has a sport coat on. And he's like, he's out of breath because he had to jog up because he's
jog 20 feet.
Yeah. Because Agnes reminds him of his daughter.
Aww.
He wouldn't pull a gun on his daughter, but So he comes
There's
up.
a difference.
He comes up to the table
Not
and he
yet.
makes eye contact with Marissa.
Yeah.
And when he sits down, he kind of like flaps out his jacket, and
No.
he has a huge gun on his hip. You know what I mean?
Okay.
To be
Like a 2-shot?
a 2-shot, a 2-shot times like
It's like a Desert
5.
Eagle.
Yeah, it's like a huge
50
fucking.
cal.
It's like his old like DEA gun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a fucking huge gun.
It's probably like a 45 or something like that.
Sure.
So.
And, he, like,
And then he has his penis.
and then his other gun, his fucking tripod third leg,
Whips it onto the
to
table.
the side. Yeah.
Just, it has an elbow.
Yeah. Oh, yuck.
That was your Goliath, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. That was the Goliath.
That was the best joke ever.
Yuck.
His penis was so big it had an elbow. That was
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
But he's gonna make sure that Marissa sees his
I think she does. And she would look at
giant
you.
dong. I mean, his gun.
And I think she kind of looks at you and she's just like, Zandy, right?
Yes. Hello. And he'll sit down and
So,
keep up the persona.
okay. And she's like, well, I assumed you wouldn't come alone, which makes sense. I get that. I wouldn't either. So,
I mean, it wasn't by choice. I mean, my co-worker is slightly protective, I would.
I get it.
Assume.
So, and she's like, okay, so you got a call from this number last night.
I did.
I
No,
got a
we-
call.
We called the number.
You called.
Yeah.
It's like, so you called the number. And I got a call from the number. And she's kind of like looking around at everybody. She's like, do you want to take this somewhere else?
Nope. We can stay right here.
I love it.
We're staying right here. Why don't you answer a couple questions for us, Marissa?
And she's like, okay. What do you need to know?
I have a few more questions. I will be poignant. I love that word today. I've been using it a lot. Do you know if the murders in the apartment had anything to do with a reconsecration ceremony?
She's like, I don't know. I don't know enough about what they do to consecrate a ground.
What do you know about Melissa Beck?
So good.
I know that she runs Lunar Gifts.
Ran Lunar Gifts.
Did she leave town or something like that?
Permanently.
She's like, I mean, they had an open sign on their door. I don't know why.
This morning?
Yeah,
And then we make eye contact.
I would assume so. She's like, yeah, there was an open sign on the door
How
earlier
far
this
away
morning.
is Lunar Gifts?
It's like,
It's like a couple. Oh no, this is.
So where you guys are at the end of the block, so you walk up east at the end of the block, and then hang a left, and it's at the end of that block.
Can't see it from here.
No, you cannot. But it's essentially a block up
Okay.
from where you guys are.
Duffy's gonna go on his microphone.
I guess I
and
should
go,
have thought about. We should have thought about that. Like, is it a crime scene we could drive by and see on the way? But we didn't.
We
You
should have.
didn't?
We should have thought about that.
You didn't say that.
Stegman, you want to go check that out? Les Stegman, I don't know if you.
I do remember that. Yeah.
we asked her about the rabbits. The rabbits sent us to the incense shop. Was it not her and her?
Chris, just
Her
real
witches?
quick. If it is up and down,
Yeah.
I can go up a block or two while staying on this street and trying to just.
Oh yeah, you can walk up to the end of the block and look.
All I want to do is look and see: is it a crime scene? Is it roped
No,
off?
nothing dropped off.
So I mean, it'll probably take me a minute or two to go up and down. But that's what I'm.
Are you going to walk up to like across from it and look, or are you going to
No,
just
no,
go
no.
to the end?
I'm going to go to the end of the street.
Oh, it'd
I'm
take you
off.
like 30 seconds to walk to the end,
Okay,
like a
well,
minute and look up.
That's just FY. That's what he's doing for this.
Yeah,
next
you
little
walk
minute.
up and look, and yeah, you don't see any
I'm
crime
not.
tape or
I'm not
anything.
leaving the street in front of Java Blast, but I do after hearing it is open. She's
So as you walk away, someone walks into the store and just starts shooting everybody.
So Agnes kind of like takes what she's saying, and then she's like, "So you don't know anything about Melissa, but you."
I know that Melissa is a practitioner of certain things. I know that she's not associated with us, but she does kind of her own thing.
Then why would a rabbit lead us to that establishment?
I can't answer that for you.
But you did say that you had people in your faction/coven that could control said animals too.
Right, but you have to talk with the person who sent the rabbit. I can't.
Would you have that information?
She's like, I could probably set up a meeting with the other members, and we could get together and we could talk with them if you'd like.
That would be amazing.
Sure. Obviously with the rodeo going on, it'll probably have to be later tonight. We can We can meet in my... You can come to Crest Furniture if you'd like. We can have a sit down there.
For the book club?
Yes, if you'd like to come for the book club.
What book? I just want to make sure that I'm prepared.
She kind of looks...
She does her homework.
It's not a book club.
I'm trying to remember the name
Zandy
of that.
just shakes his head.
That old New England witch hunting book, Hammer of the Witches.
She's like, yeah, if you'd want to meet after... I mean, we have... She's like, one of the members, she's going to be there all day helping with serving alcohol and stuff like that. And yeah, so it's going to be a little bit tough to get everybody together right now, but we can meet up later tonight.
Sounds like a plan. Lastly, do you know what the end goal of this bad cult is? Do you know, you said that they were ramping up to something that the rodeo might be a cover-up, but do you know what the end goal is?
She's like, do you know...
Good question.
What Nyarlathotep is?
I know of him.
They call him the Crawling Chaos. And I'm assuming whatever they're trying to work up towards is to sow chaos and whatnot through here. I mean, you look at what the house did. It was killed a ton of people, someone tried to burn it down, and they got put out.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, nuts. Damn.
So
read that in the news.
For real, on God.
No cap.
At first, I thought we were buzzing, but then it was like I'm sussing. Fuck.
She's like, I don't know. I can try to ask around and see if I can figure out anything, but we've been asking and we haven't been able to really find anything. Whatever they're doing, they're keeping a pretty tight lip. There's not a whole lot of us.
Okay.
So, and I wish I knew who these other people were so I could give you a better definition of who they are, but...
I completely forgot that I had a really high human. Can I just do a blanket human check for this conversation I've been sitting in on? Only the part that I've been
I do
in the
too.
room
Why
for.
didn't I think about that?
I don't know. Yeah. Give me a roll.
Damn it.
Only the part that I've been in the room
Right.
for.
Can I also do it?
Yeah, go for it.
15 under 81.
Okay.
0 on the 10s is a 100, right? No.
If you got...
I got a 4. I got a 4 under 80.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. She...
Talk about reading the room.
As you sit there and listen to her, she is very much cool. Seems like she's telling you the truth.
Not like the rodeo when we saw her and she was withholding information.
Right. She was withholding information then. But as you talk to her now, she seems like she's being completely honest.
Who was she with?
She was with...
I looked down with... she was with 2 ladies who were also sponsors. One of them, Sharon, who owns Brewdoo.
Yes.
But I don't have the name of the other one. I don't know if we knew who the other one was.
Is it Olivia for the loan officer?
Olivia Dubard. She was the loan manager at Kittitas First Credit, which also had one of the...
The blondes. All the blondes.
Well, no, it also had a shadow figure on it.
Oh.
So, since having this Jimmy Neutron-style brain blast, he's going to look at Marissa and say... So why are all of you sponsoring this event in which something is definitely going to go down?
Good question.
And she kind of looks at you. She's like, well, the easiest way to try to, if they're going to do something there, to have ourselves in there. And so in a position of power that we can get backstage and try to get away and look around and see what's there. So we can try to stop it.
Keep your friends close,
She's like, no, I think it's just get us better access to areas in case they are trying to do something. We can take a look around, see if maybe we can find any sigils that have been carved into anything or painted anywhere. That's kind of the goal.
What's up with all the blondes? There's just so many blondes. Blonde
We
contestants.
figured out...
Ellensburg.
We had a pretty good idea of which of them we thought it was, right?
Right.
Which of the
Yeah.
blondes we saw outside on camera. Yeah. Did anybody write that one down? Because I can't seem to find it.
Yeah, I did.
Was it Hannah? No. It wasn't the one that worked at Java Blast.
Laura Rustin?
No, she's a brunette.
So there was Hannah, who works at Java Blast. There's Caroline, who's blonde, that works at Coffee Royalty. There was Natalie, who's blonde, that works at the Ellensburg Library. Kara, who works at Spuds. There's Alicia, who works at the bank. She had black hair. And then there was Lauren, who's a brunette, who didn't have an occupation that you saw. Mm-hmm. So you assume that she was also like an honor student. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it was the one that worked at Coffee Royalty. Did we determine it was at least the most likely that we're trying to figure out?
Royal businesses make sense.
I don't-
Competitive.
I don't mean to, but yeah, Cody, you've been reading notes for about 5 minutes. That means you're about to crack the case wide open.
Crack the case
No.
open.
You put too much pressure on me. Okay, so the one thing I don't have is we have the 4 shadows and the 4 establishments, and then I only have written down 3 of the owners, and the one that's missing is the owner of Java Blast. Have we heard at all about the owner of Java Blast?
Nope.
And yet the person that coordinated us meeting here said Java Blast.
Yep.
Oh shit, maybe it is Hannah, the one that works at Java
Didn't
Blast.
I just fucking say that you're about to crack the case wide open? I mean,
Come on. So now I'm like, so I say that to everybody. I'm like, find out if who the owner is. Like, ask Marissa about the owner of this.
Sure.
Does she know?
yeah.
Marissa,
Who's the owner of this place?
She's just like, Kevin Duncan?
Kevin Duncan.
And he didn't call it Dunkin's Donuts?
Well, I mean, that name's taken.
Oh, shit.
They don't do donuts either. They just do coffee.
Donkeys.
Is there any pertinent information we need to know about this individual?
Kevin, I mean, he's just father of 4. He runs this place. He's got a couple other ones. I mean, there's Java. We would know there's probably 2 or 3 Java Blasts in Ellensburg. It's like he's opening up one in Cleellum, and I think he's going to try to open one in Yakima. So he's been doing mostly those areas right now. But she's like, I don't think Kevin would be tied to this in any way. I haven't gotten any vibes from him, but
Hannah wasn't here when I got coffee earlier, was she?
no.
Okay.
And we haven't heard, I'm sorry to
No, you're good.
bombard you from all angles. We haven't heard Kevin Duncan's name anywhere else come up with the, I always want to call it the Stampede. The rodeo or
No, they're not
anything
even.
around
No,
town?
nope, we haven't seen anything.
Yeah, because we got the sponsor list. And
Yeah,
he was on
or like
it.
a judge, but
Nope.
no, it doesn't sound like
You remember the judges were, did I write them down?
Oh, yeah, actually.
Donna Lowe, Isabel Tanning, and Robert Hamlin.
That's right. Okay, I knew there was one guy judge.
All right. And so she just kind of looks at you. And she's like, okay, well, writes down her number and gives it to you. She's like,
Another number.
yes, she's like, that's my cell phone. Give me a call, or text me, whatever you feel comfortable doing. Let me know. I can, we'll meet up tonight. We can get something set up. I'll get the rest of the ladies here, and we can try to figure out what's going on and whatnot.
Sounds good. Thank you for your time.
She's like, I'll reach out to the 2 who were at the rodeo today, see if they see any symbols or signs or anything that might stand out, and then we can talk. She's like, I'm assuming you're coming too, Mr. Zandy? I need to know how many sandwiches to make.
I'll be there, but you're not gonna touch any of my food.
Okay.
I'm starting to. She has a very believable story. I'm starting to trust Agnes. I'm starting to trust Marissa, but at the same time, I'm still keeping my guard up.
Makes sense.
I mean, you are a white male in America.
So I
We're under attack more than
I
anybody.
don't fucking
okay?
trust those women, and I got a gun on my hip. I don't trust those women.
All right, so she, unless you have any other questions for her, she's going to
I
get up
believe
and
I'm done
leave.
for now until we meet later tonight.
Okay.
We'll be in touch.
So she stands up.
Do we all have? So, just want to make sure if we talking to our little secret microphones, can everybody hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, as soon as it sounds like this is wrapping up, Strauss talks to that. I'm gonna go look inside. What's the name of the shop?
Lunar Gifts.
Yeah,
We
it's
need to go
I'm
there
gonna go
right
look
now.
inside Lunar Gifts. Come greet me there. And once it's wrapping up, so he's gonna start walking there while
Okay.
this is happening.
Cool. What are you going to be doing, Reflex?
I just turn my drone around and start following him.
Okay. So,
I got about a half hour left on battery.
Duffy's gonna get a coffee to go and then spike it with some liquor.
nice. And so she gets up. I think we see her exit out the door and turn to the right and start going towards Crest Furniture. And then our camera zips to the left and we follow Strauss walking up, casually approaching the door.
Does it say open?
It does as you get to the
Okay.
edge.
Actually, one correction. I actually second guess myself. Like, if someone else is going to be with Strauss,
Are you going to follow her with the camera?
just for a little bit?
Cool, yeah.
Yeah,
Makes sense.
I want to see if anyone else follows her or something.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, Marissa said she was not alone. So
Yeah,
there was other people in the coffee shop.
Probably.
That
True,
I didn't even think to do it. Now that I think about it, can I do a preemptive check to see if I noticed anybody looking at us?
Too late.
Cool.
Cool.
Completely understand.
She.
That would've been good.
So we see Strauss get to the door. You can see, there's a light on inside. There is. It just says open on
if
it.
I remember
There's a sign on it. We'll say that says like rodeo sale, like 10% off.
Yeah, if I remember correctly, it's like it's got like the front room with all the merchandise shit, and then like a curtain.
The curtain in the back, yeah.
Curtain in the back, and behind that curtain is where we found the box.
Yes.
Okay, so I mean, I'd open the door. Is there an attendant?
So, everybody take your headphones off except for Strauss. Strauss, you open the door, and you walk in, and the scent of patchouli hits you instantly. There's no smell of iron. There's no smell of, like, death in this room.
No decay, no blood.
No, nothing. The whole entire place is clean, looks spotless. And there is a woman sitting behind the counter who looks at you with brown dreads and a big flowing dress. And you remember seeing her dead yesterday. And I need you to give me a sanity roll.
Oh, fuck. Okay. All right. Oh, did you look at that? 12 under 49.
Nice. You're going to lose 1 sanity for this. And she looks at you and she's just like, welcome to Lunar Gifts. What can I do for you? You looking for anything special? And we'll see what happens next week.
Jesus. Okay.
What happens just going out and shooting in a rock quarry?
I know,
Then
right?
it's going to bounce back at you. Who hasn't done that?
I've seen those scary videos of people just being idiots at gun ranges, though. I don't want
Blow
to
their
fucking
hand
go
off.
there.
I
know.
Yeah. Like,
I have thought about that. I'm
there's
like, I don't
that-
know if I feel good even at
there's
a gun
that
range.
video of that instructor
I've seen a
who...
guy literally like just kind of put a gun in his hand and pull the trigger out of just some weird absent-minded curiosity. It's like, how stupid do you have to be?
yeah, like-
I grew up on the internet.
I
dog,
remember
like,
when we were moving my dad's guns, they're all, like my dad takes, like there's never ammo or bullets or anything. Like there's not even a clip in them. And I remember like, cause he bought a AR-15 when the government was going to take them.
Yeah.
Cause that's happened. Yep.
It happened, yep.
But I remember like Ricky wanted to help. I'm like, at no point do you ever point that gun towards somebody. It's either pointed at the ceiling or it's pointed at the ground. You always act like it's loaded. And so he like grabbed it out of there, and I was like making sure, watch him. I was like, make sure that's pointed at the ground, buddy. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I
good.
grew up around, like, we didn't shoot a whole ton of guns, but like, I know enough to where it's like, no, man, like these things
You do not
act like every gun is loaded. That's
Yeah.
how it's always been told.
Yeah, do not point it at anything you do not want to pull the trigger at.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cody's mom has this like terrible habit of like,
Just leaving her gun around loaded.
no, she's like,
She might listen to it. No,
she like, whenever she has like a firecracker or something, she always just like, when she can't get it to go off, like one of those handheld ones or like even Roman candles.
oh my God, this happened literally a week ago.
Yeah, she was like, so it was like Cody's niece's birthday, so she had like the little handheld, but like,
It was like a
she couldn't
giant
get it to go
cannon one
off.
though. Like
Yeah.
it wasn't the little popper. It was like a big sized one.
Okay.
And she was like, she's like, she couldn't get it to go off because like the string wasn't working, and then she like turned it, and it was like pointed right at Cody.
Yeah, she's
and
like,
she was
Cody, fix it. And, like, points it right at me while she's pulling it and still failing. And I'm like, dude, get that out of my
Okay,
face.
But one of my favorite stories about Cody's mom, and this is super short, but it's like it's poignant, so I have to. There was a 4th of July party that we're having like 15 years ago, and it was at her house, and she decided that she wanted to have a Roman candle fight, but she
Okay.
didn't tell anybody that she was doing this.
Tight.
So she just grabs a Roman candle and then just starts firing at Cody's dad. And Cody's dad is like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And it's just running down the street, and she's just chasing him with this Roman candle.
yeah.
Are you sure she just wasn't upset and firing at him and just like, I want
It
to
might have been.
In her
She was
defense, that is
laughing.
what we do like every year.
Okay.
Up until like 10 years ago, and then I stopped participating. Was just like really bad 4th of July antics. I mean, I was like 16.
Do you
or
all
yeah,
have
so.
all your fingers? Or
I do actually.
Yeah, I
All
remember.
my
Yeah, we used to have
digits.
firecracker wars, like all that. You just like light a whole. I remember when we went to the ocean, you would like light a big string of firecrackers, and, like throw them under someone's chair.
That's
Oh, yeah.
assault, brother.
Yeah. I mean, I would do the thing where
Not back in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we are going to the ocean for this 4th of July, and it the last time we were there, it gave me PTSD from a war I've never fucking fought.
Yeah, dude, it's a fucking war zone.
It's the craziest thing I've ever been a part of, and I'm really excited to go back.
My dad used to get so drunk that my dad made a potato cannon, like full on, like potato cannon, and like you spray the whole chamber up with hairspray,
body spray,
and you just fucking go. And he would just sit there and try to shoot it at people's kites they were flying. I remember he bought a half stick of dynamite from he had a hookup at one of the local Indian reservations, and he got a half stick of dynamite. And I remember we buried that thing like 3 feet deep and we put it inside of like a toy orca. And I never found any piece of that orca.
Oh no. It's obliterated.
Yeah. It was so loud.
So thinking really quick, I know we're derailing, but
we'll put it at the end.
Yeah. Thinking about fireworks at the ocean. I used to go out with my buddy John's family like 2 or 3 4th of July's in a row in like middle school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember where we went, but it was out on a beach, like a rocky beach, big old rocky spit, and everybody would, set up their pile of fireworks. Just, like war zone.
Yeah.
Some motherfucker who was just drunk as hell trying to set this shit up, like stumbled up, and it was one of those, not quite like big mortars, but one of the ones that's got like 5 or 6, and you light it, and they all go off at once. Or not at once, but like, one by one. But it was like tall, and he was all drunk, stumbling around, and he lit it, and he backed away, and he kicked it over, and it blasted into his pile of fireworks. Oh. Which wasn't like huge,
right?
But it was, he had a good couple ones on there. Lit off everything else, including a bunch of small mortars, just loose.
Oh my gosh!
And one of them, like, boom, blasted me right in the chest and bounces off like 10 feet,
and then blew up.
I had the shirt with like a burn hole in it for like 10 years because I was like, I remember that. That was.
Yeah.
Oh my
it
God.
gets
could have been
really
a lot
scary.
Could have been really bad, but hey,
that's crazy.
The craziest I've ever been to besides the ocean was my buddy Mike used to live in Maple Valley, and his street, he had like 2 or 3 neighbors. One of them ended up being a drug dealer, so it makes sense how he got much money. And the other ones were juggalos.
Whoop, whoop.
And they would set out 2 or 3 tables. And then they would line them with fireworks, and they would just run down it and light all of them at the same time, and then just like push them off into a pile in the middle of the street. Ugh. And they did that for like an hour. And then they would light the pile of used fireworks off in the street, middle of the street, like some weird pagan ass ritual, like sit around there like a bonfire. I'm like, no, man, there's probably shit in there that's still live that didn't go off. And you would hear like a firecracker pop every
part of the ritual.
That's classic Washington, though. We have the the Native American reservations that can sell us the best fireworks, and we have a lot of juggalos who just want to see fire. So,
Perfect.
Yeah, it's a good scenario. Mix. And then they all go to the ocean, and we just fucking destroy it.
Yeah, and we just shoot all of this horrible stuff into the ocean.
Yeah,
And I would like to say, I don't light any fireworks. I don't do that shit.
I don't either.
I don't.
I remember one time I spent about $100 on fireworks, and I shut it off at my parents' house while they were gone. And I remember my parents got back and like, you're picking up every fucking piece. And I spent 2 hours picking up tiny pieces of fireworks. I'm like, I'm not doing this again. This is bullshit.
Because I don't want to litter like that, and I also don't want to fucking light $1,000 on fire.
Yeah, and I don't want to create a fire. I don't want to like have it land in my neighbor's house and like burn his house down. Like that happened to one of our friends,
dude.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, like his neighbors lit there. They were having a 4th of July party, and one of the fireworks landed on their house, burnt down their house, and like killed their dogs inside.
Yeah.
And then the friend got home and was talking like the neighbors, and like they were speaking Spanish and didn't realize he understood Spanish, and they were like shit talking him about what happened. He's like, you understand I can hear you, right? Like I know what the fuck you're saying.
Yeah.
It was a horrible situation. That's
crazy. All right.
We used to live next to a Mormon church. Sorry,
no sorry
last
needed.
One.
Last one. Yeah, we lit this firework and it went straight into a dry tree and almost burned that shit to the ground. Nothing happened. Everything was fine, but I was like, dude,
that's unfortunate.
The church would have been fine. They got the $10 billion hedge fund, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's made out of like pure gold or something.
Yeah, they can't burn. It just melts.
Yeah. All right, I'm done.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna cut out most of that.
Yeah. Also, I'm sorry, everybody. There's a squirrel that is hanging by 2 feet, and he's Mission Impossibling his way onto the bird feeder.
Oh, yeah.
And he's wrapping his way all the way around. He's stealing all the food out of it, and it's the funniest.
Wow.
Yeah, no.
Sorry,
I
yeah.
filled that up yesterday.
Fuck, dude, they're going to town.
Yeah.
He's like all the way around the back
Ocean
of it.
11.
I was wondering what you were looking at.
I think Tyler thought I was smiling at him, and I
No, I knew.
apologize,
I figured
but
you were looking at something
Okay,
back there.
Yeah, no.
So
So
you're
I've,
looking like off to the side.
I've gone through 2 pound. I bought like 3 pound bags of bird feed. I've gone through that in this month alone.
Yeah, because that motherfucker is not
Yeah.
skinny.
There's a fat squirrel in my apartment complex that I think is doing that to all the houses bird feeders.
It's like
there's a little round piece of shit.
There's a rabbit that will come do it. There's some crows. And then Amber gets mad because she doesn't like birds. So there's like crows out there. So she's just like,
Wait, she's actually
Sky
paranoid
vermin.
against
Birds aren't real. Yeah.
Duffy needs to stop.
Yeah.
she just doesn't like birds. So she's like, there's crows in the front yard again. I'm like, yeah, probably.
Is it because of Hitchcock or
No, she just doesn't like birds.
Okay.
I don't know what it is, but yeah. And then there's like that squirrel and maybe another one. So I don't know. I don't know if I have to buy like a squirrel feeder now or I'm just gonna stop buying
They're
like
just eating good. Huh?
yeah.
In the neighborhood.
I was just trying to feed some birds. I thought that'd be like the nice thing to do, but
I
Maybe
like
put it up
birds.
higher.
I can't. Like I don't know where else. Like they can climb. Like,
Yeah,
look,
true.
climb.
No.
So
Put Vaseline on
my
them?
my main thing was like I didn't want rats going over there and climbing up and getting to it. So that was my only thing. I was like, maybe I should.
Well, I mean,
They're
a
true rats.
squirrel is just a rat. Those things are gross.
Yeah, basically.
So okay.